Humans have by far been the most successful build to ever be released in the history of the game. Even though humans lack any form of crazy attack power or defensive weaponry, they more than make up for it with their game-breaking intelligence. With the highest intelligence stat in the game, the human build has advanced leaps and bounds, developing safe housing, strong weaponry, and XP farms in a way no other build has done before. Because of this, the humans have been successful in conquering every possible server and have made countless other builds obsolete, forcing them to either switch factions or to switch to the human build themselves. But lately, human mains have gotten a bit too complacent with the title of the world's premier build, and have started to spec into abilities and skills that actually lower their once high and mighty intelligence stat. Today, we will be looking at the Karen subclass, a curious and somewhat confusing development in the human player base.
Choose your character.
The Karen subclass, while still human, exhibits unique behavior patterns that can be seen as both buffs and nerfs in the grand scheme of the human meta. If we take a look at the Karen stats, you'll notice that they have opted for lower intelligence and stealth in favor of a slightly higher defense and HP than your average human. This change in playstyle is honestly confusing, to say the least, but it has granted them some abilities which could, in theory, be counted as buffs. Their defense buff comes from the Confident Intimidation ability. The Karens possess an unparalleled confidence aura that, when activated, grants them an intimidation and persuasion buff. This can be quite useful in interactions with other players and NPCs, allowing them to demand refunds, cut in line, or simply cheat their way out of higher reward quests in the game, simply because they're too menacing to approach. Karen mains have also unlocked the Persistence ability, and have heavily invested in the Persistence skill tree. When they encounter obstacles or are faced with an unfair matchup, they exhibit extraordinary determination to overcome them, often resulting in extended arguments and confrontations that can tire out other players, easily giving them the win. But these buffs do come at a cost of a substantial reduction in the intelligence stat. Karens frequently engage in repetitive arguments and demonstrate an inability to identify straightforward solutions to in-game challenges. These behaviors usually wear out their once impressive intelligence over time. As they persist in their confrontations, their overall game knowledge and strategic acumen gradually diminish, affecting their ability to adapt to in-game situations. In some extreme cases, Karens show behavior that could even be classified as borderline animalistic, like screaming to intimidate or recklessly advancing towards opponents, which can easily one-shot them.
I will continue screaming. Would you like that? Because I'm actually finding it really, really relaxing.
Well, why don't you explain to me why what I'm doing?
It's important to note that all the abilities that a Karen possesses come at a cost of a temporary charisma debuff. Any and all players interacted with, while these abilities are active, will automatically take a disliking to the Karen main. Because of this, Karens tend to accumulate a negative reputation among the player base with their abrasive playstyle. This reputation debuff can lead to reduced cooperation with other players, and can even result in bans from certain in-game establishments. Because of this, Karens see a decline in their party affiliation stats, and other players may choose to distance themselves from the Karens in order to maintain a more enjoyable gaming experience. So, overdependence on these abilities is not a good choice in the long run. If you are a Karen main, I only have bad news for you in terms of future updates. The negative perception of your behavior is slowly becoming more and more known among all human mains, leading to a lower charisma and cooperation stat among other players. Players such as managers and customer service reps have now started to approach Karen mains with caution, preparing strategies to navigate their unique challenges. The social reputation debuff can significantly affect your interactions with both players and NPCs, creating a difficult dynamic within the human meta. So, to the Karen mains, my honest advice to you would be to revert to the tried and tested human playstyle, because it has always been the intelligence and cooperative abilities of the human build that have allowed it to dominate for millennia. While the Karen subclass may offer some short-term advantages, the long-term debuffs like strained alliances and lowered reputation can hinder your overall progression. Balancing intelligence, charisma, and cooperation can lead to a more successful and fulfilling gaming experience in the human meta. Ultimately, whether you consider Karens a fascinating subculture or an annoyance depends on your perspective within the human player base. For me, it's a bit of both, and I enjoy watching Karen gameplay every once in a while. So, whether you choose to embrace the Karen subclass or simply observe their antics from afar, remember that you can always get a Karen's avoidance buff simply by subscribing to our channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching.